Hello and welcome back to my channel, Divine Libra Wisdom. I'm doing the elemental readings for the month of June 2025, and this includes for air signs, earth signs, water signs, and finally fire signs. I want to get all of my little, the caveats, the things out of the way first, and that is I'm mentioning this now, but definitely consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me to get out in the algorithm and push these videos to others and reach more people in order to hopefully inspire, help, encourage others through my readings. That is my ultimate goal for the most part, is to hopefully have my readings confirm a lot of people's thoughts and help them to sort of make moves that they want to make. So yeah, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. Like the video. That also pushes it out to the algorithm on YouTube and helps for people to see the video, especially if they're searching specifically for fire sign readings. Leave me a comment down in the comment section to let me know, as you as you follow along, listen along to the reading that is resonating with you. And if it does, let me know down in the comments how it resonates for you. And even, just a simple hi, how you doing? I love the reading. Whatever whatever you'd like to leave, as long as it's respectful. I truly will enjoy seeing your feedback and going from there. So yeah, definitely subscribe, like, comment, share the video, please. It's something that and it's something you can do to support this channel for free. So thank you so much. What else? I'm working on a Patreon. As I, get more subscribers, come into contact with more people, I'm in the process of creating that Patreon so that I can, have it to where people who, want to subscribe over on Patreon, they can, vote on different and choose what types of readings that they want to hear about. Okay. My mind is going faster than I can speak. They can choose what it is they want to hear, or what it is, the readings that I end up doing. Also, we can be a little bit more adult friendly over there, if you will, and get to, more spicy type readings and the whole nine. Okay. So yeah. If you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, you definitely can. My email is in the description box. And I will, get back with you once you email me first. And I say that because, a lot of people for some reason have, been posing as those who do tarot and other, offer other special spirituality type things and services. And, these are grifters. These are people trying to take advantage of others, and I'm not about that. I believe in doing honest work, and I'm serious about this. So when someone pays me for a service, for this service, I am absolutely going to do it, and I don't play about anyone else's money because I don't play about my own money. So I'm not going to contact anyone directly to do a reading for them. I'm just not. You have to contact me, but other than that, my prices are very affordable, and I have quick turnaround. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you like the way I read, definitely hit me up and we can go from there. If you have any or hear any background noise, I live in a sort of a busy area, so and it's also storming here. It sounds like the rain has stopped for now, but I don't know if it'll pick back up. So if it does, if there's any loud noises, I'll, stop what I'm doing, stop speaking, and I will pick back up after it ends. But hopefully I can keep the noisiness to a minimum, hopefully. Yeah, I think I got everything out of the way. I did not mention before in the other readings. So sorry guys if you're, reading, if you're watching all these readings, but I am working on a Patreon. Like I said, I'm also working on a Discord. That'll come a little later because I'm still sort of like a newbie with how to build that up. So, that could also be a way that I do lives, even though I much prefer doing these recorded readings because when you're doing a live reading, you're picking up, especially if it's for a collective, you're picking up on all types of energies, and it can be very energy consuming. So I'm working on a way in order to make sure that I'm okay, but also make sure that I can, perform my best, if that makes sense. I don't want to get overwhelmed because I can get easily overwhelmed. So in order to not do that, especially when you're dealing with, the energy of the collective as well as your own, a lot can transpire with that and deplete my energy. So so I'm going to work on those things and figure something out. I also have, a TikTok for Divine Libra Wisdom, so I may even consider going live over there as well. So I'm going to figure it out. I have a lot of things coming down the pipeline, so just look forward to that and connect with me on my other platforms as well. So getting started with you should be seeing the picture on your screen of your spread, fire signs. Now with this particular fairy tarot deck, they do the major arcana as well as the suits a little bit different. Major arcana is not too different, but so the cards that you have out, the Dreamer as well as number 15, Ego. The Dreamer refers to the Fool and Ego refers to the Devil. Okay, so I will mention that as I go along, or emphasize it and bring it back up as we go along. In this deck as well, the suits are as follows. For spring, it's wands. For summer, it's cups. For winter, it's swords. And autumn, it's coins. Okay? And I feel like a lot of all these elements, the readings are all connected because it seems as though just the pattern that I've been noticing is that a lot of winter cards, so that would be swords, and a lot of autumn cards have been coming out, and those are coins. So themes with air signs and sorry, coins sorry, coins and swords have been very prevalent throughout these readings, so you could take that as a sign. And you can also, I mentioned that because you can also, if you feel called to and you felt drawn to look at these other readings for the elements, you may have those placements in your birth chart. So, that could be, an indication that, or messages in there for you in those other readings. Sorry, that took forever to get out. I know what it is, though. I'm sort of getting a little famished, if you will. I had breakfast, but I'm getting to a place like around 6 or 7 my time now, so it's time for dinner. So I am getting a little hangry, if you will. So I but I definitely wanted to get this reading out. I wanted to finish the elemental reading so they could go up for the first day of June. I also forgot to mention that it is Pride Month, so as well as Black History or Black Music History Month as well. So happy Pride, happy Black History Month for music, and yeah. I will be sure to put that in the description box of all the videos because I absolutely forgot to mention both of those things in the other videos. Anyway, so yeah, I promise I'm done. I'm going to start the reading for real because I'm yapping at this point. But yeah, I'm going to get, I was very, very adamant about getting this reading out because I want them to go up today. So yeah, because for May, I was very late on doing the elemental readings, and I'm trying to be consistent with this. So yeah, but all in good time, all on divine time. Okay, I'm really starting now. Okay, sorry guys. But I want to make sure that I'm always clear. But yeah, I will mention, the dreamer, ego, the suit cards, especially if any additional messages come out that I think about, because I believe I had something. I've lost it now, but I will bring it back if I remember it, of course. Hopefully I will. I'm sure I will. If it's meant to be, if it's meant to come out, it'll come back to me. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. So the dreamer. Again, this refers to the Fool in the original tarot. And it says, embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, trust yourself. So, self-exclamatory is you are, a lot of fire signs could be on the verge of a new adventure. This could be a vacation, and I also see you for a winter. It has the word vacation in it. But I'll get to that card in a second. We're on the dreamer right now. And you should be seeing this spread on your screen right now, so you can follow along. But yeah, so yeah, you're on your way. And I just literally noticed that there's a little puppy dog. It looks like a Papillon or something, or yeah, something like that. I love those dogs, by the way. And maybe some of you love that type of dog. But I did not notice that at first. And there's also, it looks like a cardinal up top, a bird, that red bird up there. I believe there's a cardinal or, yeah, that's a cardinal. Yeah. So yeah, those two things may be very significant for some people. Maybe that's your favorite bird. Maybe the dog down at the bottom is your favorite, dog, or you may have those types of dogs, whatever. However, take it as it resonates. Yeah, you're being asked to trust yourself, trusting your purpose and what it is you're trying to do. And you don't have to fear that that's what, because I feel for some of this collective of fire signs, I feel some of you may be having some fear surrounding a new adventure. And this card is asking you not to have fear. Basically, the future looks promising. That's all I got. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, just trusting yourself. It's okay. You're on the path to greatness is what one of my professors in college would always say. And that's what I'm hearing right now. So yeah, going forward, we got 4 of winter. And again, this would be like the 4 of swords. And it's, 4 of swords. I did say that correctly. Sorry. So yeah, it says, set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. solutions that come from meditation, and the need for more sleep or vacation. So yeah, a lot of fire signs may be sort of having this. I'm really getting strongly fear, like a fear of taking on something new, like going on that vacation, going on a new adventure. Maybe you've just accepted a new position, and you're a little nervous about it. Nervous if you'll do well, if you'll succeed, that type of thing, if you'll make a difference. And I think it goes back to embrace your true purpose. You can trust in that. You can trust that where you're being led to is the right path for you. You're on the right path. So yeah, I definitely don't I don't feel that there's a need really for any concern. I don't see anything that's concerning really, except maybe the Eagle card, because the Eagle card in the original tarot is the devil, and it's at the end of the spread of this first row, and that makes me a little bit cautious. But I really feel like it's more so to be cognizant of your thoughts, as well as temptation, because I see peer pressure down on the bottom row of the oracle cards with the flowers. So yeah, we're gonna get into all of that, but yeah, that's the only reason I would have some reservations. But I feel like this is something that now that you can look out for it and be aware. So yeah, and also solutions that come from meditation. Meditation is good, but I don't necessarily get the sense of fire signs necessarily needing to meditate necessarily. What I get more so with that is that the solutions will come, basically. Like you can sort of rest now. You can sort of just kind of chill out, like give yourself a chance to really just make space for yourself, like chill out, really. That's what I'm in more down to earth terms. Just give yourself a chance to chill out, basically. I feel like a lot of you have a lot of worries for that are not necessarily warranted, or I think the worry is can possibly, it's like you're going to speak into existence what you don't want, and that's not what we want. Yeah, it's more so you should pay attention to what could go right, if that makes sense. And also if there are any setbacks, or maybe like any obstacles that may pop up, because I believe this message came up in, I want to say, the earth sign reading. I believe, but definitely I feel like all of these readings sort of coincide with each other. So I've been encouraging people. I'm not telling anyone what to do, but I'm just suggesting that there could be messages in the other readings for you, because a lot of this is connected. I'm getting a lot of the same messages as well as the same energies, just kind of just in a different way, or it's coming out a different way, but it's all still connects. So yeah, but solutions will come. And then this is a need for more sleep or a vacation. So yeah, I'm getting, yeah, because I'm seeing someone sitting up in their bed, kind of like sitting up, or they could be sort of laying on their stomach, kind of propped up, with the hands under the chin or whatever, or kind of like, how you lay on your side and you kind of looking, at a TV, or maybe even like your phone screen and scrolling. and whatever you're worried about is sort of keeping you up at night. So yeah, it's like, maybe try to get you some, if you drink tea, maybe try out some chamomile. That usually helps to soothe, especially hot chamomile tea. That can definitely help you to relax and chill out. Do insert anything else, that you do for, fun, leisure, to relax, do that. Yeah, but it's just need to sort of relax, really. Because a lot of these worries are not necessarily rooted in reality right now, and you could end up bringing it on yourself unintentionally, and you don't want that. Okay, and then so we get to ego, or the devil card, and it says the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. And what did we just speak about? Unnecessary worry, basically. So yeah, I really feel like there's unnecessary worry, and you're not stuck, you're not trapped. All these, even if it feels, even if there is something that's limiting you from moving forward for right now, it's not. It's only temporary, and that's gonna end. That's gonna come to an end. Okay, it's not gonna last. Then we have on the bottom row, going into the oracle cards, peer pressure. This is Primula. I think that's how you say it, or Primrose. And it says, don't let others coerce you into a decision. In your heart what the right choice is. So I think this goes back to ego, and originally that the number 15 is usually the devil card, and the devil card usually speaks to me as, being coerced, being tempted, unnecessary worry, putting yourself, quitting just before the win, basically. And I also getting the message of, if it's peer pressure, there could be like friends, because you have balanced friendships out here. You could have some friends or some people in your life trying to project their own fears onto, whatever it is you're trying to do next, and this could also tie into the dreamer card, where, you're going on the next adventure or going on vacation, and, people are sort of like putting fear into it. And you're being called to not allow their peer pressure, not allow their fears, to, what's the word? Discourage you, or make you insecure about what it is you're trying to do, or, whatever the case may be. So that's what that means. Balanced friendships, it says your friend, this is Gerbera, or Gerbera, maybe. And this is the African daisy, which I believe is absolutely beautiful. Wow. I like those. Anyway, I really love flowers. And I don't get them as often as I should. I need to change that. But anyway, yeah. So it says, your friendships work best when there's an equal share of giving and receiving. So yeah, like I said, how I feel like this relates is that, you may just have, what may need to happen is that, you have those friends that you still enjoy hanging around, and it could be not even on like any malicious, any type of intent or anything like that. It could just be that, they're sort of like the worry warts of the friend group, and, they allow their negative thoughts to sort of rule their life, and this can sort of become a thing where it can get tiresome, and you don't necessarily want to be around that person or those people, because, they have that lack mindset, that scarcity mindset. And, eventually that's something that can rub off on you, and, there's a need to, if they are doing that, constantly doing that, if it is, on the other hand, coming from a malicious place and you're picking up on that, especially when you may share, your ideas, your goals, your aspirations with a person, and they always have something negative to say about it. And then you turn around and you notice that your idea they're now doing. Yeah. So, there's a need to, to have some boundaries, only share your goals, your aspirations, what it is you're doing with people that you trust, and who have shown you support in the past, especially if it's friends or even family. But the fact that it has balanced friendships out here, I feel like, you do have, because I'm seeing like two sets of friends for somebody, or it could be several of you, where, those friends that not to tell anything to, because they'll either steal your idea, which is so sad, I feel, or they'll try to talk you out of doing certain things because they don't want to see you go far, or because that's really what that is. When people who call themselves your friends, even family, like, if they're constantly trying to bring you down a notch, or constantly trying to, stoke fear or put fear into what it is you're trying to do, they're secretly hating, basically. And there comes a time where you may need to cut those types of people off. Okay? So, but you do, on the other hand, have those friendships of people that you can trust, that has your back and will support you in anything that you try to do. They'll be your biggest cheerleaders. And that goes for family and friends. So, yeah, just, this could be like one of those things where you may need to do some maintenance, do some assessing, some admin work in your life, and, see what friendships are, beneficial, and what friendships are not so beneficial. So think about that. And lastly, we have purification, white rose. And it says, by purifying your life of negative people. What did I just say? Oh my gosh. I just literally said that. And I had not really paid attention to the message on purification card. But yeah, it says, by purifying your life of negative people, places, and experiences, you attain true peace. So yeah, you guys, like, just, definitely, get the people out of your life that mean you no good. Okay. Get those people out of your life. And honestly, that's all I have for you, fire signs. Like, I feel like this is very short and sweet and cut, straight to the point. I'm not getting any other messages that I can see or think of. So yeah, please remember, like, comment, subscribe, share the video out. I'm working on my Patreon, Discord. What else? If you want a reading, look in the description box. I have the cards that I'm using, the decks rather. It'll be in the description box. Yeah. So that's it, fire signs. Look forward to my new, I have some more readings coming out that are pick-a-pals, as well as a collective reading coming out soon. So thank you so much for listening. This is your reading, fire signs. Have a good day. Bye.